Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years. We'll go in depth, but we won't repeat everything on the RSI website. We will link to multiple sources of information either in the description or in the comments. And remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, they're imaginecessary. We have arrived at the Argo manufacturer. We begin our Argo series with the Argo Mole, and it has 0 variants. For the price, the Mole as of 3.22A is 315 standalone, 275 war bond, and was the same at concept. In-game cost is about 5.1 million, and the in-game 3-day rental price is unknown. This ship is always available. This ship cannot currently be rented in-game. A quick note, the in-game prices are scheduled to change drastically with the incoming quarterly patch 3.23. So until that releases, I will say take every in-game ship price with a grain of salt. Argo's pragmatic, no-nonsense approach to ship design is celebrated in the unmistakable silhouette of the Mole. Just one look at this machine and you know it means business. Tap into your full potential with the combined force of Argo's patented trilateral mining system. The Mole has a total of 24 mineral pods, each holding 12 SCU. 8 pods are usable at one time. When they're full, either head home or jettison them for collection by another vessel and carry on mining. 3 independently controlled articulated extraction stations allow for maximum power and near limitless versatility. The Mole lives by the adage, many hands make for light work. Orange lightning! For measurements, the Mole has a length of 45 meters, beam of 25, height of 15, and it is a medium ship. Its minimum crew is 1 and its maximum crew is 4. It can carry 96 SCU, but be aware that that SCU is just what it carries as far as its ore capabilities. The claim time for the Mole is about 13.5 minutes. Expedited is about 4.5 minutes, and the expedited fee is about 5,700 credits. The Mole has a top SCM speed of 128, which is way below average, and a max speed of 1090, which is below average. It has the second worst SCM speed in its class and below average max speed for its class. For maneuverability, it is average overall and average for its class. For weapons, the Mole has 2 size 2 weapon hardpoints and no missiles. For ship parts, the Mole has 1 medium radar, 1 medium computer, 1 large power plant, 1 large cooler, 2 medium shield generators, 2 medium fuel intakes, 2 medium fuel tanks, 1 medium quantum drive, 1 medium jump module, and 1 medium quantum fuel tank. For hull HP, the Mole has 24,800, which is actually slightly above average for its medium class. The shields on the Mole are 5 M.O.L.E shields, civilian grade C. These are front back type shields. The HP is 18,000 total, and regen rate is 367 HP per second. The quantum stats for the Mole, it uses the Hurricane Industrial Grade B quantum drive. It takes about 5 minutes to go 20 million kilometers and maxes out its range at 452 million kilometers. So what does that mean? You can travel from Hurston to Crusader in about 7 minutes or from Microtech to ArcCorp in about 13 minutes. It's fairly slow at quantum speed. Actually, it's pretty slow, but it will get you wherever you need to go multiple times within Stanton, there and back multiple times. For special features and amenities, the Mole has 3 size 4 mining laser. The Mole has 3 size 4 mining laser mounts equipped with 3 size 2 Arbor MH2 mining lasers, which have a power output of 2,400 each and a full damage range at 90 meters and a 0 damage range at 270 meters. Now it's time to rate this ship. A rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only buy if you have a unique reason that is specific to you or because you like the looks of this ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, the ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below, or do whatever you want to do. You know, it's a free country, it's a free world. I mean, at least in most places, I guess. My rating for this ship overall is a 5. Let's start with what I like about this ship. I have to say the Argo Mole sets the standard for how cool an industrial ship can look. Aegis, I hope you're paying attention. This ship looks absolutely incredible. On top of that, going from 1 to 3 lasers is nice. A lot more to burn and break rocks with. A lot more stations for the crew. It also has size 2 mining lasers in size 4 turret mounts, so it may be possible in the future to upgrade those to a higher size after that gimbal rework that's coming. Now, what's its issues? I don't understand why the pilot can't remote into one of the mining lasers. It makes no sense to me. The entire purpose of this ship is to mine, and the pilot doesn't have anywhere near enough to do to require a dedicated pilot role. Maybe if rocks broke quickly, that would make more sense because then you can move from rock to rock, but it takes a while for each one. The crew requirement severely hampers the usability of this ship. Who wants to grab 3 friends just to use some size 2 lasers for a slightly better yield than if we had just a prospector? Now they may balance that in the future. This thing should be a lot tougher considering the rocks that it can explode. I just feel like it just needs a little bit more. But that's easy for CIG to fix. It's always easy to give a little bit more. So how would I fix this ship? I would upgrade the lasers to size 3. That alone would make the dedicated stations worth it. Or keep the size 2s and allow the pilot to have the option to mine as well, making it at least as usable as a prospector by a solo player. Either of those would work. I would also add some armor to the front and underside, but not necessarily all around, just to protect from the rocks exploding. Even just one of these things that I'm mentioning drastically improve the usability of this ship. So who is this ship for? I think it's for people who always play with friends who want to mine more than anything else, but also want to earn up rather than earn down. It's a good looking ship and it's fun to use and fun to hang out in. So why is it a 5? Well, it's about $65 too expensive, and the crew requirement is just too high for a medium ship with this role, and no turret weapons. While the Arastra could be operated with the same crew. I just can't justify being in a group of 4 people and not choosing the Arastra instead, even if that ship is overpriced. And it is indeed overpriced. It can still do almost 3 times the number of things this ship can do, and carry vehicles among other things. The Arastra is fully crewed at 5, and this is fully crewed at 4, but the Arastra is still viable with 4 people. Just make sure you can afford the Arastra. I just don't get why this ship requires 4 people to operate. It should be 3. I imagine using this ship at more of a hangout for miners rather than as an actual mining ship. I think I would just rather have 3 prospectors. Not saying you can't use this ship for mining. It still does the job, don't get me wrong. And it's got good mining lasers. It does the job. I just don't understand why you would pick the M.O.L.E over 3 prospectors or an Arastra or an Orion. I honestly would just use this as an stop on an upgrade path. I want one just because I love how it looks, but going the step below or the step above seems like it just makes more sense. However, if you can't justify spending that amount on the Arastra and you really want to get into multi-crew gameplay and can't really do that with the Prospector, then this is most likely for you. I know you're here for our rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you. Or even better, all ships can be earned in-game once the game releases, and some you can purchase in-game right now. These are just our ratings, but when you spend, it's your money. My opinion, if I got the M.O.L.E at $260 or lower, it's worth the price. Anything higher, I would probably just earn it in-game. 5 million isn't that difficult to come by in the game. I would get an Orion right now if I was spending real money. Though, instead of getting that Orion, you might just do well with a Prospector. I just think you get more bang for your buck if you go for the Orion rather than the Arastra or the M.O.L.E. The M.O.L.E, however, might be the best looking mining ship. However, before we award that, let's see what the Arastra looks like in game, because that one looks pretty nice too. All right, that is it for this one. Thanks for spending your time with us. Peace.